Sun in my hands, ignite the fire. We got the win, win, win. Sparking it up, down to the wire. We got the spin, spin, spin. Here in our hands, we burning brighter. We got the win, win, win. We let it, so we let it. Rip, 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 rip.
Hey, what's up guys? 360 Beyblade here, and today we have another Beyblade vs. Sparking unboxing. And I actually didn't think I would ever unbox this bay, but we've got Jet Wyvern. So this is the latest version of Wyvern owned by Wakia. Kind of interesting that Wakia came back, and I mean, before I get into it, I gotta be completely honest, the only reason I have this bay was because if you watched my Dynamite Belial versus World Spriggan video, my World Spriggan actually got a pretty decent sized gash in it, and the only way for me to really get a new one was to kind of buy a new World Spriggan with the Jet Wyvern included. So, I mean, it wasn't too big of a deal, but honestly never thought I would get this bay. Like I said, this is a defense type. The parts are Jet Wyvern 1D around and the new Just Driver. At top you can see its gimmicks, how the kind of ring is free spinning against right spin bays, but kind of locks up against left spins. And one thing to note, that it does have rubber on the ring, which is definitely something that's very interesting. I mean, there are your parts, there's your little stat chart right there. And with all that said, let's get right into opening this thing up. Again, I didn't think I would ever get this bag. Alright, so we've got the parts laid out and the stickers put on, and let's get into it. So we'll start with the driver first. This is the Just Driver. So this is a brand new driver, which is actually kind of interesting since for Sparking we didn't get many new drivers. We kind of just got dash drivers of old drivers. Like you got a Evolution Dash, Unite Dash, we got a Repeat Destroy Dash. We didn't get many new drivers, except for like Exceed, Zone, Mobius, stuff like that. So basically the main gimmick of this driver is it has this free spinning wheel on it, which I guess is designed so that if you tip over, the wheel will kind of help you stay upright. But I mean, if that were the case, why are we like balancing on this like sharp tip? This really does remind me of the Edge driver, just with a wheel around it. Next we have the Around disc, and this disc is actually pretty interesting. For starters, it is painted, which is very nice. We don't get many painted discs from TT, but the original way to get this was actually in a random booster, where the prize bay was Flare Dragon and then a plastic gen bay. So basically the main gimmick for this disc is that it's got some weight to it, and then it's got these 4 metal balls which are essentially designed to kind of roll if you hit the stadium floor, so kind of does the same thing that the Just Driver does. So, I mean, nothing too special. It is a repeat, but I don't have one, and I'll gladly take it, especially since it is painted, and we don't get those often. Now we have the layer itself. So the parts for this layer are 1D, the Jet Ring, and then the Wyvern chip. So this does rock a single chassis, kind of like how Satum, or yeah, I'm gonna call it Satum, rocks the 1D chassis. It's actually kind of hard to remove it. You can't tell, I'm struggling just to push it out, because there's actually a pretty big gap. But I mean, if you watch my Sparking triple booster, you kind of know what the 1D chassis looks like. Then we've got the ring, which is the Jet Ring. Now the main gimmick of this is kind of like what Tornado Wyvern had, where it is free spinning. The only real difference is it has rubber on the free spinning part, and unlike Tornado Wyvern, if you try to move it backwards, you're going to get some form of resistance. It's not going to completely lock up, because like if you push up, you're gonna still be able to move it backwards. But kind of interesting that we've got like a ratchet feature. Kind of the same gimmick, but also kind of changed. The rubber is probably going to be the biggest, like, questionable part on this, because I don't know how good a rubber layer is going to do for defense, especially one like this. Chip doesn't really have anything special. I mean, it kind of looks like your typical chip. They didn't really change anything like they did with Valkyrie, Longinus, or Spriggan. And then your core is just your standard, like, green painted core that most Legend Bladers have. So that's pretty much it for the Bay. Now let's just put it together. And okay, your teeth are pretty solid. With a dash driver, you'd probably do better, but overall, not that bad. They're probably loose just because this Bay is kind of meant to be free spinning, but that is pretty much going to do it. And now let's do some test battles. Alright, test spin time of Jet Wyvern. Okay, so pretty much what you'd expect from a defense type. It takes the center quick and it's gonna try to hold it. So, yeah. Now let's just put it up against Tempest Dragon and Cosmo Valkyrie, because why not? We'll start with Cosmo first. Cosmo making a few little hits. And Cosmo took that at the last minute. Jet took it. And Jet takes it with the final point. Now let's put it up against Tempest Dragon. This will probably be very fast.
So technically you could make a TT Tempest Wyvern.
Yeah, everyone's kind of already made that joke. Alright, Tempest takes the first point. And Tempest takes that again. So that is going to do it for this unboxing of Jet Wyvern. As I said before, as I was opening it, the only reason I have it is because I got it with a new World Spriggan, and honestly, I think that's fitting. I don't really see anyone really going out and buying this Bay all by itself. But if you guys enjoyed this video, smash that like button, share this video with your friends, comment below what you think of Jet Wyvern, and if you think I'm being a little too harsh on it. And if you're new to the channel, definitely subscribe so I can keep doing this awesome Beyblade content. Can't talk today. Also follow me on Instagram as well. A link will be in the description. But that's all I have for now. Until next time, I'm 360 Beyblade, and I'll see you guys in my next video.